What is up, guys? Welcome to another edition of FACO Media, and today we're at the largest green energy convention in the whole world, the RE+. And we want to find out what's the future in store for solar technology and green energy. Hopefully this video will be very informative to you. By the end of the video, you will learn much more about solar technology. As always, let's get into the video.
The RE+ event is filled with a variety of vendors supplying solar power and storage. But what stood out are the companies that are trying to use new materials to generate green energy. One such company is Nanotech.
So I'm here with Rachel from
Nanotech Energy. Nanotech Energy was founded in 2014. We started by making graphene, which is a super material. In fact, we actually hold the first ever patent on graphene, which is pretty exciting. We've been making graphene since then. I started making products with our graphene, like conductive adhesives, conductive inks, and then we found out that it works really well in batteries. So right now our primary product are our batteries. So we've become pretty much a battery manufacturer.
Can you tell us about the advantage of graphene?
It's longer lasting, it's faster charging. We actually have a safe battery, so we put it through some testing. In fact, we've actually shot it with a supersonic bullet and it does not catch fire. So you've probably seen in the news there's a lot of problems with fires and lithium-ion batteries. We're looking to solve that problem.
Walking around the RE+ can be quite overwhelming. You see so many companies trying to sell you very similar solar panels, but we noticed one emerging trend: floating solar. It just looks so damn cool that we had to go see it.
Noria Energy, so can you tell us about how your company got started?
Noria started 5 years ago, bringing solar solutions to land-constrained customers. We built projects in California, a 5 megawatt system at a wastewater treatment plant, and just installed a system in Colombia in South America at a hydroelectric reservoir.
I'm with Sophie from
Sungrow FPV team.
So can you tell us about the advantage of floating solar?
The land in some countries are very expensive. Our system could be applied in dam, reservoir, and the water treatment, and we can use the wasted waters into the useful waters.
So you're not only generating solar energy, you also, give people drinkable water, right?
It also has additional benefits such as reducing evaporation in drought regions and can help improve water quality. The shading effect can lower the temperature of the water. In wastewater treatment ponds, for example, we've seen reduced algae bloom, which can impact operations, and so the floating solar can help reduce those.
In Singapore, we have already built a project of 60 megawatts. It's on a drinking water dam. So Singapore have a highly requirement of water qualities.
What about the fish, the animal inside the water?
Depends, under the water there are a lot of animals. Some animals love the shadows.
That's true.
Yes.
With over 40,000 attendees, the RE+ is humongous. So instead of actually trying to find the vendors, why don't we ask the attendees on what the most interesting thing they saw was?
Most interesting thing I saw at the event had to be Brooklyn Solar Works. They make a canopy that goes on a roof. New York, DC, Philadelphia, you have a lot of flat roof surfaces. Don't really work for necessary other racking systems, and this one works really well. So I was excited about that.
I saw a battery announced by BYD. It's a giant battery. It's like, I'm impressed with how much battery storage they were able to fit into one rack.
The 2D tracker and the solar tracker.
What was the most impressive thing about the solar trackers?
They've got the efficiency up and the price down.
Hi, I'm Colleen Mahoney with Array Technologies. I lead our product management team. Array is a very unique company. We were founded over 32 years ago. We were one of the leading innovators in solar tracker technology.
DuraTrack, that's your bread and butter, right?
That's bread and butter, man. This is a unique patented design. What makes us different from what you see at other tracker companies is the shape of it, right? So normally you see other ones ones that are square. This is octagonal, which helps in terms of mounting. Our design is so good that you really don't need to maintain it. We know that we can last for 30 years because we've had trackers out in the field for 30 years, right? Which is different from anyone else in the industry that hasn't been around that long.
So how about extreme weather conditions such as like snowing, also extreme wind?
Yes.
Do you guys have protection against that?
Absolutely, because we are a passive stow tracker, not an active stow. And so that really makes a difference with the winds coming in.
Now, where do you see the future of solar energy going?
The capture is where it's at. We're not storing everything, we're capturing. And that's the problem.
There is a lot more presence of energy storage companies here than before, so that's always a positive trend and a positive direction for the industry.
Clearly, a big part of this convention is about how to capture and store solar power. But we found a company that does this very differently. Meet Smartville.
And this is
Megan Lloyd.
Megan Lloyd from Smartville, California. Carlsbad, California, but with the company Smartville. That sounds like a nice place to be, Smartville.
It is. We are a spinoff of research that was originally done at UC San Diego. So we're trying to create a circular economy for EV batteries in the United States. We're also trying to solve the issue of there's not really any domestically produced lithium-ion batteries for energy storage systems. Currently, though, the United States has a surplus of EV batteries. What are we going to do with these batteries once they've reached their end of life? So by extending the life of these EV batteries, we're decreasing the amount of environmental impacts that come from producing this lithium-ion battery. I know some people are a little apprehensive when we say repurposed EV batteries because they think, well, the battery's already gone through its life cycle in the car. That can't possibly mean that it can be used again. But when you look at the actual use cases for cars, you need a high discharge rate and you need a large capacity for the battery because you want your Tesla to be able to go for like 300 miles. You want to be able to accelerate on the highway. And you don't necessarily need these same functions for energy storage. Energy storage has a much slower discharge rate. We just launched our Smartville 360, so it's a 360 kilowatt hour system. Once you open these systems, you will see the batteries on the left side and then our power electronics are on the right. Something unique that Smartville is doing is we're using the whole pack instead of breaking the pack down into modules. And so one of the benefits of doing this is that we get to limit the amount of man hours that goes into breaking down one of these packs.
Where do you see the future of solar energy?
Well, I think solar energy is going to really depend on products like this and other energy storage systems because in a lot of places we actually overproduce solar in the middle of the day. And so it goes to the grid and there's nowhere to store it. There's a lot of initiative to put energy storage system in order to capture this excess solar so that it can be used at night.
Where do you see the future of solar technology going?
Well, it's going to be powered by solar, wind, and batteries.
Definitely off the grid for sure.
Yeah, everybody.
Every home is going to be a microgrid.
Every home is going to have solar panels, right?
Of course, I think so.
Much more affordable, high quality, much more integrated to our everyday life.
One of the key to the success of solar industry is in residential. The residential solar market experienced its 6th consecutive record year in 2022, growing 40% over 2021. This rapid growth is intricately linked to the increasing popularity of smart home technology. Let's take a look at some companies that's at the forefront of this transformative technology.
I'm here with Drew from
QCells. This is a product that's available now. It's a complete home energy system. The inverter is actually located here in this portion of the box. It's a 7.6 kilowatt inverter. And then below that is a battery management system. In this case right here, we have 4 battery pieces that stack together. Each one of the battery blocks is 5 kilowatt hours.
Can you tell us about the new AC home smart system and how that's going to be different?
Many solar electric system for houses, you connect the module straight to the inverter. That's called a DC system. Another type of system is what we call an AC system. In that case, on the back of every module, we would put a microinverter. AC is generated on the roof, and the connection off the roof is AC. Then you don't need that big inverter there.
So what is the advantage of this new system?
So one of the unique things about QCells is since we have the #1 market share here in the US on both residential and commercial side, we can integrate this microinverter ourselves. No one else makes both panels and micro inverters from the same company. So the big advantage to us is since we make the panel too, we're able to customize the panel and optimize it for the microinverter application. If you get a QCell system, you just have one number to call.
Yeah, so if you do want to call multiple companies, you buy QCell, you only have to call one.
Exactly.
Right?
And hopefully you don't have to call us because everything's working.
That's true. Just call you to tell you about how amazing the product is.
Tell your friends. Have to get them into solar too.
So what's next for QCell? Is there a smart home system or something like that coming so you can combine everything together?
Hey, you're exactly right. How'd you know that?
Savant's been around for about 20 years in the home automation space. Our power storage 20 unit is a 12.5 kilowatt inverter and 20 kilowatt hour battery system. They're modular batteries, so it's 8 stackable batteries that side load. That partners with our award-winning UX. This is showing with like a full Savant system. Shows what we're producing and consuming, going to exporting to the grid, charging the battery. We can see our live consumption. We can live on the off-grid. We have a storm watch feature, and then power outage automatically happens. So we are rated 125 LRA. That one of the big problems with a lot of battery systems is you want to be able to keep your air conditioning on. We are powerful enough for most normal size AC systems in a home that you would be able to keep those powered while you're in a power down situation.
Lorenzo from Wallbox. So what is the biggest problem you guys try to solve?
We're trying to solve the lack of charging points in the public sector and also to provide good quality to the customers that wants a reliable solution at home.
So this is for charging at home.
This is a residential product. For the North American market, we have implemented a new feature that's called the power recovery mode that basically enables you to disconnect from the grid in case of a power outage and power your home with the battery of the car. An average car, probably that's 70 kilowatt hour, is able to power your home for 1 week.
Where does it draw its energy? Can it draw it from solar panels?
Totally. You can charge the car with solar. That solar energy you can store it in the car to discharge it later to your home, to the grid, while you have an outage.
Another trend we noticed was the resurgence of Made in America solar manufacturers. The US currently relies on foreign sources for roughly 80% of its solar demand. So this shift is definitely a step in the right direction towards a more self-sustainable, renewable energy industry in the US.
Hounen Solar, domestic solar manufacturing out of Orangeburg, South Carolina. I'm our Chief Revenue Officer, so we're taking place of the IRA and moving over manufacturing mainly out of Southeast Asia.
So what's the advantage of manufacturing in the U.S.?
You know, mainly with the way the IRA that came out, extra tax incentives that are available for the companies that are developing projects here in the United States. So we're trying to help take advantage and move manufacturing back to the United States. And we have a long history in making modules outside of the U.S. that we're bringing some of that experience into the U.S. We're already in operation. We're producing right now. You know, we're a little ahead of the curve compared to some manufacturers that are just making announcements.
Kathleen and Chris from Mission Solar. Mission Solar. So what is your guys' mission?
To make top quality American-made panels.
We have the TopCon over there, which is actually like the newest of the new technology. Right now, our current module is like 21.7, 21.9, somewhere around there efficiency. So we're going to go up significantly higher with the new modules.
TopCon will be about 89% nameplate power after 25 years.
To keep up with the demand for solar panels, many companies have to specialize. Whether it's to clean the solar panels, making solar more accessible for the average consumers, or to improve solar technology. Let's take a look at these 3 companies who are all doing unique things to help contribute to the future of solar energy.
The technology came from Israel. We established the US company over 3 years ago. We wash over 3 million panels a day worldwide. Our system is fully automated. The biggest advantage we have is that there are no moving parts. Everything can be controlled from either a mobile app or a web app. And we wash during nighttime. We do not scratch or hurt the surface in any way, and we do not put the panels through thermal stress, which is what happens when you use any other washing solution. So we're the only ones that do not void the warranty of the panels.
I'm here with
Luis
from LA Solar.
So LA Solar's been around for a little bit over 5 years as a manufacturing business line. For the last 10 years, we had an installation business line that was installing residential and commercial solar using third-party product. However, they saw a gap in the market to offer a product at a much better price with better warranty and with a much quicker turnaround when it came to warranty situations. We decided, hey, you know what? If we make our own product, we could save on cost, we could offer installations for a lower price, and we won't have to wait on any third-party manufacturers for any warranty claims, and we can make customers a lot more satisfied, happier. They win, they get a lower price system and a very good quality product that has a great warranty.
I'm here with
Agnieszka
from
RST Group. So RST Group is a pretty old and established company in the solar PV industry. We have been here in this industry now for 27 years.
You guys have a lot of experiences, but what technology are you bringing?
So our latest innovations are all based on heterojunction cell technology. We believe that this technology is a very future-proof technology.
How does it improve the efficiency of the solar panel?
So heterojunction cell technology is basically a combination of different materials. So because of this, it can better translate the sun power into energy by nature.
Can you also tell us about the gapless technology in these panels and how they help with the efficiency?
So basically what we are doing is a gapless cell technology which is increasing the efficiency because you are maximizing the area which you are using for generating electricity.
That's it for all the companies we talked to. But before we go, we asked the attendees their thoughts on this year's RE Plus and what do they see in the future of solar and green energy.
The amount of just crazy different companies, different products that you guys have and manufacturers and just everywhere around the globe. Pretty great diversity here.
The Chinese are doing amazing. It's shocking to me how far ahead most of the Chinese companies are.
Well, we came to the event to better get our name out there with other companies, let them know what it is that we do.
And we are looking for new experience in developing solar technologies. We connecting with people from Asia, from China, Vietnam, North Korea.
20 years ago, this was not mainstream. Over the last 5 to 10 years, everybody talks about it, and over the next 5 to 10 years, the ramp up is going to be 3 to 4x every year.
In the next 10 years, you're driving a car in the highway, and then you have to go to the left side where you'll be charging your car while you are driving.
Focus now is moving from volume into efficiency and storage. So I think that's where we're heading.
In 10 years, I'm pretty sure they'll have machines to put up panels themselves.
I would imagine it's starting to use, more easily accessible materials. So we're getting kind of around some of those supply chain challenges, not so dependent on lithium.
But the consumer, for the first time in history, has the power to get rid of this monopoly, this bill, and produce their own energy using an abundant energy source.
Ultimately, we want to have a 100% renewable grid, right? So you got the wind on one hand, you got the solar on the other hand, you got to have storage in between. Storage is the tie-in point that kind of merges everything together, and it allows a 100% renewable grid in the future.
Thank you guys so much for joining us at RE Plus. We'll see you next year in Anaheim. In the meantime, let us know which tech was the most impressive and where do you see the future of solar tech going? Let us know in the comments. As always, we'll see you next time with FACO Media.